All right, this is the Myford model MG12-CNC cylindrical grinder with a GE Fanuc Series 21I-T control.
Good to go? Yeah, sure. Let's jump right in. We'll save this kind of like for last. Do a quick walk around here, show what's up in the cab. With just a few pieces up in here, I left them in. There's one extra hub here, a couple of covers. We got a steady rest here, support, another bracket for one of the other pieces laying behind the machine. All the original grease guns, it's all in there. And the rest is coming around the other side as we work our way around. We got the air cylinder for the collet assembly. They were running collets, so I just temporarily used that for the couple of programs I've got on here. And I don't currently have the air hooked up because I don't want to open and close it. I've got it set up for the shoulder locator. Documentation is well written, no problem here. This is pretty straightforward and concise. And this is the relay cabinet with the control transformer. And as you pull off of this to your left here, we've got some extra wheel assemblies on the floor. Looks like, I'm not sure, the diamond wheel, the other one's stone. Another dressing unit, another bracket. And it's just a coolant assembly, a couple of guards, leveling screws. They pretty much sent us everything. And here's all the coolant system back here as you come around. Little air setup down there, that's for the air collet closure. Coolant hoses. This is the shoulder locator here, plugged into the back panel. And of course the Y-axis servo. And this is the control cabinet for the Fanuc drives. For the Z, and the Y is up in here if you can kind of see it. That's the other servo for the shoulder locator. That's upgrade, an option that is on this machine. The rest of it's pretty straightforward. And coming around here, we'll do a power up, and then we'll do a little bit on the control panel. I'm just going to turn it on. We've got power to the machine. I'm going to bring it up. Kind of homing on here. You'll see it come up, and it is absolute encoders on here, so you'll see it zero itself out. There's 50, and now watch it home itself, and we're good to go here in a second. There it is right there. So we've got that. And just a quick overview, we've got like a number 47 program. I just pulled out of there for no reason at all, because it's a little traverse grind program that has a couple of things in it. A dressing macro is in there. If we want to go into the directory, again, there's like 2 pages of just odds and ends programs that whoever gets this, they can just kind of play around in there and see. So they got that one here, all of these parts they were running, and we're doing number 47, which is down here somewhere. So it's got that, and going back to our program is 47. And just to go down quickly, there's the Z. They use a letter format, and you can just show them right here. This is kind of what is on there now. It's a traverse grind, a G81 code. They use a letter format right here. Each letter meaning something, or final diameter is X, W is end of stroke, E in feed, all that kind of stuff. And this is the option stuff if you want to go with spark out passes, dwell time is C. So once you get the letter format, if you pan over here, you can kind of see like G26, that's the standard angle dress right there that we can run. S200 is spindle speed for the workhead. Go to Z. X is in and out, of course. 150, moving down the line. We can go to 135, then back to Z. That's the traverse for Z table back and forth for the table. And G81, that is I forget, that's an intermittent feed to left side, I believe. And here's all the dimensions we're going through. M5 is turn off the workhead, and M30 is end of program, and that's pretty much it. So that's what we're going to run here, and we're back at the top of the program. I'm going to start it up. Oh, first I can do a little manual movement right here real quick, Pete. We're in auto. Let's go over to manual. We'll do a little bit of movement with the traverse, then I'll start the wheel spindle. So in jog, which is just these buttons here, do a little bit of this. This is just back and forth on the Z. And here here's X coming in. Go back a little bit. And of course, if I flip it over to the MTG, you can't really see it. Well, maybe if I go times 10, you can kind of see some movement on the table. And the same with X. That all works pretty good in manual. I'm not going to go into MDI or teach, but it's got both of those. They work fine. Other than that, we've got Z datum for setup, which I've already done. That's the initial setup. Cycle start, coolant works. We don't have the system hooked up, but electrically it works. We're not using hydraulic because we have no auto gauging, and wheel spindle, which is what we are going to start right now. You can kind of look and listen at that. Got oil coming up on the glass here. It all looks pretty good. Sounds good, looks good. And I'll do a couple of that 47, this short program that's in there. We can do that right now. I'm going to go to auto and turn off edit. And we should be good to go with cycle start without the dress code. I have not signaled for the dress on this one. I'm just going to cycle it out. So come in. You can do a quick one or two here. What it does, it plunges for about 6 thousandths to 130, and then it moves in 1,000th at a time when it starts traversing. And then we go down to 2/10 at a time for 1,000th to finish. And then we've got 4 passes for a dwell, basically. So we're taking off a total of 4 or 5 thousandths in our dry run here, so to speak. If you want to pan over and kind of see what's happening here with Z. Z's traversing. We're going down 126. Then 125, and then it'll break into tenths. And there's 8 tenths, now it'll go to 6 tenths. We're in finish speed now, or finish grind. And all the way down to 125. At 125, the program's over. And we're only feeding in on left side. We just kind of threw that in the program. So every time it moves left, it drops a couple of tenths. That's coming up on the end of it, right about here, I think. Oh, we're sparking out now. It'll take 4 passes on spark out. We've stopped moving, and then it'll back out. And just to do the same thing all over again and bring the dress code in, there's a G26 dress code that was in there. I'm just going to arm that and tell it to dress it. As soon as I hit cycle start, it's going to come in, clean up the wheel, and then run the same program again. So it's kind of close. We're kind of watching here. It's a dry run, and really the dress bit is way back behind the wheel. But just for the sake of our demo here, we're just doing a dry run. So it's close, but you can kind of see it. Move right in here, and I'm going to hit cycle start. And it's doing like a little 45 on there, a little angle dress. There's no radius on this one, I don't think, but you can kind of see it if you get right in there. That was the dress. Now it's going to go and do that same program again. So you can call for the dress or not. Plunging in. This will finish off, and I've got one other.
The flagging attachment?
Yeah, there's one other program we're going to run with the shoulder locator. Yep. Which is real basic. It's just a single pass with the shoulder location. This will finish up in about 20 seconds here. Yeah, I got the gauge on here while we're at it. This is all working pretty good, so. I think I figured out what the RPM is on the workhead. We're just about ready to spark out here. 2 more tenths. There's 125. Now we're going to do 4 passes, which they really count as 2, but it's 4 times on the table, and it backs off. And then on the fly, all I'm going to do is go up to the screen here. I'm going to change programs here. I'm going to get up into edit and get into program, and we're going to dial in program 15 only because I happen to know that now we're doing 15 because we've got that G80 code in there which tells the shoulder locator to come on down first before we run the rest of it. And that's the whole program. It's just a single pass of 3 inches at 500 RPM. It's real basic. This is only really to show the shoulder location. So I'm still in auto, wheel head is still on. I'm going to bring it down and I'll slow it down on the feed rate just so when it returns you can kind of get a good look at it. I put a 50 millimeter ruby stylus in there that goes with the machine, and you'll see it come down and touch off. We're on the right program, we're in auto, we are ready to go. Let's hit it, see what we get. Touches off, sets the program, and goes back up. I just slowed it down so you can kind of see that. And it's just going to come in and just do a full 3-inch pass maybe, and then get out. And we'll do that one more time and wrap it up. This one's a lot quicker, this cycle. That's the end of that. And one more time. You good? Let's do it. This is full speed. I'll leave it at 100%. Touch off. It's moving. Single pass grind. It's more like a dress pass, really. I just added 3 inches on just to show movement, but it's really for the shoulder locator. That's the end of that. That's 3 inches. We're going to wheel spindle off. And we're still sitting on that program. That's it. That's pretty much it, Pete.